Well, this is it. This is my love letter to jiu-jitsu as a white belt. I could have done this every week, guys, but I've saved this for the promotion, and man, it's been wild. Jiu-jitsu has been like such a big part of my life since starting it, and I think it's taught me so much about myself, and like that, the good words are resilience and grit. Reality is I'm probably just really stubborn, and it really teaches me that I can like channel that productively. And I've just had so many moments where I thought things weren't going well, or I wasn't progressing, and then getting feedback from Rolando or Professor Andre, and it's just been amazing. Like truly like highlight moments of my life where I'm sitting there watching the competition class for months, and just because I'm trying to learn, I'm trying to see what they're doing, and figuring out that that game that they play, the trying to solve these problems and figure out what their solutions are, and I'd be watching them after the 6 a.m. class, and then Professor Andre like asked me one time if I wanted to join, and that was like my dream. Obviously I would would have loved to join the class, and so I said yeah. I'm so excited. I go over to Rolando and I tell him, and I'm like, Rolando, Professor Andre just asked me to like join the comp class. I can't believe it. Like, it's gonna be so amazing. And he goes, all right, then what are you talking to me for? What are you doing? And I'm like, oh my gosh, he's right. What am I doing? So I just like put my mouth guard in, get some water, and like start going over there, and that was wild. That really was like such an incredible experience of people dedicating their lives to something and excelling so well at it, and it made me like think about how I can improve my life outside the mats, and it was a really cool lesson. And yeah, there's just been so many times, and jiu-jitsu has become kind of like a language with me and my kids and my family. We love to do it together. They all train now. My wife trains. So it's just something that like the whole family can kind of do together. And it's been so fun to share that with them. And they'll pick up little things that, since we started at the same time, so my 8-year-old will have like tips for, he has like, a good bow and arrow or something, and I'm like missing something, and he's like, no dad, do this, So it's been really cool. And to share it with my wife Kristen, she's been like awesome, and her memory is incredible. She'll be rolling with her, and I'll be like, how did you do that? What was that? And she was like, oh yeah, it's just a seminar that Adele taught us how to do that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what it was so cool, and her memory for these things it's incredible. And I think it's just so cool. Everyone has their little way that they can express themselves through jiu-jitsu, and I really learned, I'm learning more and more kind of like the art of it, right? The art of how you can express yourself, and how you solve the problems is an expression of who you are. And I see it a lot in science. The science connection to jiu-jitsu, by the way, is unbelievably strong. Like genuinely, I really do believe if you're really good at jiu-jitsu, there's a really good chance that you could be a scientist or an engineer. It has a lot of the same thought processes of solving problems, searching through the literature or matches and trying to figure out solutions to these problems, and then trying them, right? Creating a hypothesis, testing that, and then if it fails, then back to this drawing board. And that's kind of, by the way, my take on the whole eco method is that, eco is just more scientifically minded people versus drilling is more like engineering minded people. Engineering is just iteratively trying to solve a better product, right? Making a better product through redrawing the same idea, versus a scientific approach is more hypothesis driven. And they're both fine. They're both good, guys. It's wild that people try to say one's better than the other. In science, you have science and you have engineering. There is like a space in between, but they both like have different approaches, different ideas, and it's been really fun. It's been really cool. The competing has been something that I've really been shocked at, like how much I've loved it. It really feels like those are the big things my mind trains on, and it makes me approach training completely differently. I don't think I'll ever go without competing again, and because it really makes me want to solve this. Like I need to improve my guard because someone's going to be trying to pass it for a medal or something, soon, and I need to figure this out, and versus kind of like coming onto the mats. And I always had an idea or a bigger thought that I wanted to bring into my training for that week, guard retention or work on sweeps or base or some larger process that I always bring to the mats. But having that competition in me and that minded, that I always was competitive, but having that competition is like, wow, what a crazy chapter that you really push yourself for. And I think it's an incredible thing, like that jiu-jitsu has that. I think it's really cool to see so many people pushing themselves. I don't think I really didn't think I would ever compete until I went to Atos and talking to people. And I was actually like talking to Z, and I was like, how many people like compete here? And she was like, probably like half. And I'm like, what? Like half? Like IBJJF? Like, it's like, wow. And I don't know. I think it's just everyone is like coming together to solve these problems together and pulling each other up. And I'm going farther than I ever thought I could, with jiu-jitsu. And pushing myself farther than I ever thought I could through jiu-jitsu. And it's because of the team, and it's because of everyone there, and it's because of Rolando's and Professor Andre's like incredible positive outlook on life and in jiu-jitsu. It's infectious, and it just makes my whole day better. And I bring that forward with me. And yeah, it's been just so fun. It's just been so fun, the whole thing. I really appreciate everyone so much in the 6 a.m. class, and everyone that I've met. Everyone's been so good to my wife, to my kids, the coaches, meeting them through like the comp class and really getting to know them has just been an incredible experience. And I'm so fortunate every day that I get to do jiu-jitsu, and it makes my whole day better. It makes my whole life better. It really does. I can't thank you guys enough. And yeah, it's been really fun. Really, 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 really fun. And it's consumed so much of my other life. Like don't play video games anymore. I just kind of like do jiu-jitsu. It's because it's just so productively fun and makes so much of my life better that I just want to put more energy into it. And that's why it's consumed so much of me, because there's so much to learn, there's so much to do, and I just can't wait to do more of it. So if you've watched this, I thank you for listening to me ramble about jiu-jitsu, and thank you so much. Thank you, Atos. I love you guys. Thank you so much.